Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our third and final race for the day. So this afternoon we're going to be having full Featuritis versus Loonycloud in their best of 3 series. I hope we're all ready for some more Sand Knight created seeds, as we've had all day. So it should be a good time. The players are going to be getting started in just a second here, as soon as Loonycloud gets himself in front of the house. So if you haven't been here for these races, these are best of 3 of our Rock Me to the Top style, where we're going to be going for a race to the top of the tower in one go, and basically whoever's going to win is going to be the person who gets to the highest floor first, or gets to floor 40.
I counted them down, so they should be going. Unless they ignore me. Oh, so yes, I'm back for commentary, everyone. Again.
We just couldn't have enough Shawnee, so we decided to put him on basically everything.
Yeah. This one I was aware of the time I signed up for. The last one I was not. And they're off.
Off to the races.
For some reason, Dee's brightness is very high for her game. Oh, I think I know why. She was playing Darkest Dungeon last.
Oh, and okay.
So I think she turned up the thing for the stream, so I think we're gonna have to alter that later. But either way, you get to see all the bright colors versus all the dark colors on the cloud side. So we're gonna get the same 5 items we always get. It's gonna be the medicinal herb, copper sword, wooden shield, a random colored egg that will always contain a plumpa, and the most important thing, a fireball with 5 charges.
As much as many people like eggs a lot, that fireball is going to be getting the most work out of it, out of all the stuff you're getting here.
Yep, and the nice thing about this is we are going to basically, instead of the tutorial floor, we're going to walk in a straight line, collect everything, equip stuff, and then go up the elevator.
Yep, no having to listen to Kune ramble on about how you live in a dirty hovel, or tell you about things that we've already heard 1,000 times already.
Yep. And it's actually a very nice feature. Like, I'm really appreciative about that.
I mean, it cuts off about 2 minutes a run, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So you can see here, they got spawned into the exact same room, which is something a year ago we never thought would be possible.
Yeah, so it uses the randomizer's seated tower function. So everyone's playing on emulator in this tournament, and it allows us to be able to give everyone the same tower. So, well, in races at least.
Yeah, and it's bizarre as heck for me, because, like, the fact that you can still see the same layout, let alone where all the monsters spawn and whatnot on the floor. Actually, even critical hit ratio, if they were to do the exact same actions, will be the exact same thing. And we saw in the race in the morning when I was commentating, I think I was busy helping Fee practice beforehand for this one, so I missed the last matches. But we saw a sleep trap between Wuga and Poulet Santé that hit one of them and did not hit the other one, and ended up costing one of them a run in the tower.
Oh, that's a bad time.
So, based on their actions, will change the RNG and if traps will actually activate or not, but all the traps will still be there.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. One of them picked up a Scorch Shield, and the question is that worth to pick it up? So this game works on a 3-way elemental system, for those that don't know it. Fire, water, and wind, and each one is kind of like a rock, paper, scissors effect against the other. And the Scorch Shield gives you an element which you normally wouldn't have. And it can be kind of a gamble if those are actually going to pay off. Because if you get cursed with one, you're stuck with that until the end of time. And it's a bad time when you get stuck with an element you don't want to have.
Especially when you're going to be dealing with water floors and stuff very soon as well. Also, just to say, I don't actually have the commentary stream up because Fee's actually on the upstairs computer, which I was doing commentary on in the morning. So I don't have access to that, so I'm actually commentating off the actual stream, I think, as is Horza, to make things fair. So there might be a slight delay in our commentary, just as a heads up.
Yeah, apologies for that, but it shouldn't be too bad.
No. Like we can see the trolls, we can see the flames. We see Loonycloud doing the AI1 strat, standby strat, whatever you want to call it. Try to get some extra damage, and hopefully, no, it's still gonna attack once.
Yeah, it's a way to manipulate turn order to be able to get some free hits in before you have to take them on physically with Ko there. So it's really helpful in keeping your health up and getting some easy damage in. And hey, Duct Tape Plays, if you are interested in being a part of this community, we have a very active server on our Discord that I just plugged. So if you want to learn more about Azure Dreams and just sort of play it casually or speedrun it or whatever, play the randomizer, feel free to join us. We'd love to have you.
Also, there's also in Azure memes folder, there is actually a picture of the Japanese version Angel. So hey, nightmare fuel. Anyway.
Yeah, if you need nightmare fuel, if you feel like you haven't seen enough things to sow fear into your heart, the Angel is in the Discord.
That is a bad floor 3. It's
Yeah,
just
these are...
a single loop.
Yeah, when the unfortunate thing is when you have floors that have low room counts, the enemies tend to spawn a little more frequently because you don't have anywhere else to spawn, and so you end up running into more monsters more frequently. Yeah. It can be real bad if you get rooms can be as well, we can have single room floors, and you can also get as low as otherwise 2 to 3 rooms as well, and they're not much fun.
Yeah, and the thing is, Duct Tape Plays, if you don't have any interest in running, but you still want to talk to people who enjoy the game, you want to test the randomizer, do all sorts of things, it's a perfect place to play and to have fun. Like, most of our members actually are not speedrunners, but a lot of people join, so like every time a tournament match will happen, we'll post it there. I don't know if it has been or not today, because I don't have access to my computer. But maybe Horsey, you can get on that and adhere everyone, so adhere duct tape. That's great. Anyway.
Yeah, we
welcome to the community.
welcome to the madhouse.
We take checks.
Some of us do. I prefer Visa or MasterCard, but
thank you, programmer. Yeah, so also programmer is actually the reason this all exists, because he took a poke around the code and went, I could do something, and he made a de-randomizer. Something that added so many features, it's become a randomizer, so now it's the de-randomizer, as far as I keep calling it. I don't know if there's actually a name he wants to call it, but that's just what I've been calling it, because you could do all sorts of weird things with this settings and stuff.
It's a pretty wild time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they could talk about. Just trying to catch up here on what they're doing. I just saw that they both picked up an Olim, I believe, which is a really fun item that allows you, that would normally, as it is described, is one that you can feed to your pet, that will warp you out of the tower and with all your items and stuff, but you will lose that familiar. But if you throw the Olim at an enemy, it actually warps that enemy out of the tower, and it works on every single enemy in the game. So you can actually get a free one-hit KO on any single enemy in the tower with an Olim.
Yep. But you don't get any experience for it, though, so...
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's Fee making a small mistake of she tried to wait a turn, and then Queenie tried to go behind her, then walked in front of the troll. Thankfully, it didn't do too much, but hopefully that will remind her that the AI, or the movement where you place Queenie, matters if you're against the wall and you're trying to wait turns, so we'll move back and forth trying to get there. And yeah, the thing is, against trolls and stuff that do 3 damage, not a problem. Against a killer that does 60, a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, because Kune, if you put him in that spot behind you, will always attempt to move to that spot. So if you go against the wall, he'll just kind of keep hovering in circles around you. And so that's why it's important to be aware of where you're placing yourself, because I can certainly attest that I have had many deaths of Kune against a wall, of accidentally having him in the wrong place and letting him walk in front of an enemy and die. So
we're having a small dispute between who's the best French player. Sante and Sunlight, respectively.
I see.
French speakers.
Shots fired, I guess. Well, I guess we'll just have to settle it in the tournament somewhere.
Yeah, if nothing else, we can also... Yeah, spoilers. Hey, come on, man. We were able to play at god-awful o'clock in the morning. Like I introduced it last time. It's like, here's 2 Europeans playing, and we have 2 North Americans commentating.
right?
So I was like, oh boy, this is gonna suck. Also, this
Yeah,
is the last floor. Like, we're kind of like just chewing the fat right now, but this is the last floor they're gonna explore fully.
hmm
After this, when they get to floor 6, it will be, it'll be the final time. Like, well, people will kind of have a coin toss if they're gonna explore or not, but most times it's gonna be straight to the elevator until floor 10. They'll beat some Dreamins, they'll get some experience that way, and they'll try to get to floor 16. That's the next safe spot.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of madness yet. The tower's been pretty straightforward as this game gets. Nothing too crazy weapon-wise, nothing too crazy encounter-wise. Looney just, as I say that, Looney steps on a slow trap, which makes everything move 2 turns to your 1 turn. It can really mean the end of a run pretty quickly if you get unlucky.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm really far behind you apparently. He stepped on the slow trap on my end.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second, let's try to launch it. That's
Yeah,
the perk
once
of having a tablet. There we go. Yeah, I think we're caught up now.
And once we get off of this floor, as you see, what full Featuritis is fighting right now are these Manuevas, which are a water monster. And coming up on the next floor, we start seeing a much higher density of water monsters, and a couple are particularly bad ones. And so we're going to see them.
She's going to have to be very careful.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
getting a little bit
just duking
risky
it out
over
with
here.
them. Okay, that's a whole fresh one there as well. Medicinal herb up, yep. I thought that was a clone behind her initially for the other one, so I was like, oh, that's not that bad. And they started hitting her for 7. It's like, oh, that's
Looney over here having to go into a brawl with them as well. It's just
oh,
Manueva's
is good at
just
possibly
keep
get
splitting.
knocked out. Okay, that's this. I think the clone's now left, so that should be fine. Oh, Fee.
Looney getting pretty lucky here with the Manuevas all targeting him.
Fee, you have 2 HP left. What are you doing? Why did you duke it out with the Miniva so much?
You know, sometimes you just got to do it. And, you know, in terms of the water monsters, they're the least threatening of the few that we're going to be seeing. Once we get to the next floor, we're going to be seeing the really bad ones between blooms and U-boats. And they're both things you want to stay as far away from as you can.
Fee's weighing her options. She sees. She turned the camera and she sees the Miniva over on the other side as well. So she's aware that there's one coming up.
Well, it's not just one. There are 2 of them.
She
Funny
has 2
that both Looney and Fee are in the exact same hallway, both fighting Manuevas right now.
Yeah. No, what are you doing, Fee? Oh, that's a clone. I think she's aware the clones came around again. Oh wow, that is good for us. So I thought those were real.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was good that she knew that, because I certainly didn't.
No, that was a really good call. I was thinking, oh god. And again, you can see the Squirt Shield. If she equipped that, they would be doing a lot more damage to her because they're Water Genus versus Fire, and just like Pokemon, there's a little triangle. She's gonna take out the flame. She's gonna try to get as much HP as she can before she goes up again, because she definitely needs it, losing the Medicinal Herb. Also, I don't know if there's introductions happening. I'm Shawnee7188.
Yes, and I am Horza. Looney moving up pretty quick through floor 6, snagging a flame ball and up and away.
Yep, and we actually know that full Featuritis will be getting that as well. Fee is holding a leather shield. She actually does know about the increased evasion chance for the leather shield. For those who don't know, there's a small programmer would be able to know the actual percentage, but it does have a higher evasion chance than actually regular shield, so it doesn't rust. So, if you were to just be waiting for the cyclone to go away,
I believe it sits around like a 15 to 20% chance or something. It's higher than you'd think, but certainly not enough to be able to put your money on.
Sand Knight, there is no egg there. Anyway, bad French joke aside. Anyway,
welcome to Azure Dreams, where we make really bad French jokes.
From 4% to 12%, yeah, that sounds about right for the.
A little bit of lag on Fee's side over here. So you'll see that the blooms once in a while will puff out that little like puff of oh, that's a bad time for a crack trap.
Yeah.
They'll sometimes like spray that yellow mist out. That is their brainwash ability. Thankfully, in with Kune, he's immune to the brainwashing, so you won't lose him. They'll just waste their turn by doing it. This is a pretty bad spot for Fee though. Oh, never mind.
No, she's trying to pick up Kune.
Well, Kune can't. The nice
They
thing was
can't
that
attack either.
the bloom was stuck in its space too. Looney moves up to floor 8.
Yeah, she's just gonna put Queenie away, and she's gonna carefully navigate, and then she's gonna take Queenie back out, which is probably the best choice you can do. Because now you have distance between you and the bloom.
I think I can say for both of our runners, luckily they haven't run into a U-boat yet.
No, thankfully. And Fees must have just went the wrong direction compared to Loonycloud, because Loonycloud was able to get out of floor 6 immediately, and Decur Scroll's not bad. She can risk equipping a few things just to see how things go.
And sometimes it happens, like even if they get the same seed, like if they just make a slightly different decision, it can change an entire floor.
Yeah.
That's where
honestly does make a big difference.
That's where having like the highlighting, like the loops to be able to see where exits and stuff really come in handy in these modes. So that way you don't end up skipping it. Oh, and Fee finds that flame ball.
Yeah, I think she will eventually go across it. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be there.
Oh, Loonycloud picks up a life wand. So
ooh, floor 8, that's a nice thing to know about.
So on floor 8 there is a life wand. We'll see if Fee gets that as well. And so life wands are a great thing. Wands in general, when you're using mixed magic like they do with Kune, they increase damage by 25%. And so the nice thing about life wands is it also heals a little bit for how much damage you do. And so it makes you a lot more of a tank than you normally would be. Like, life wand I think is basically the number 2 weapon you can hope for on the tower next to a scarlet wand. So that's a very good pickup for Looney. We'll see if Fee gets that as well. Oh, and just mentioning a moment ago, we haven't seen a U-boat yet, and now we have a really bad time. We have a really bad time. This is potentially the end of Looney, if there's like a misstep or something, because they're doing a lot of damage to him right now.
Just trying to get my stream back up here.
Uh-oh. And Olim at the U-boat is going to hopefully save him right now. As you can see, the U-boats were hitting Looney for about 12 damage at this point, which is significantly higher than everything else. You can only take a few of those hits in general before he falls down.
Yeah, the U-boats are honestly to me unfair. They're the only thing in the game that I truly fear. I can AI 1 through a lot of things, but you don't get quite enough resources to fight against them, as far as I'm concerned, until they appear. And it's really, really annoying.
Yeah, they're kind of the skill check at that point of the tower to be like, no, you got to come back here with better gear to get past these guys. But of course,
basically quarter suckers.
But since we're speedrunning, we don't like to play by the rules anymore. So,
let alone having the exact same tower layouts. Again, so weird.
And we might see Looney here. Some people do like doing floor 10, take some time to do a little bit of grinding, because it's a pretty safe floor for enemy-wise, and a lot of the enemies give pretty good experience. Especially with that life wand, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Looney take a moment to get a few levels before he moves up.
Yeah.
Oh, Fee's trying to get around a U-boat over here. Oh, this is a bad hallway.
Yeah, it's either a U-boat or a balloon, and honestly, the U-boat's not bad. She might consider using the Olim fruit. I'm not too sure.
Oh, she's going for the malicious scroll, which is not a bad move either. What that can do, if you throw at an enemy, it confuses them, which will make them attack in random directions if they're next to you. And thankfully, Fee got pretty lucky and is going to get away from that U-boat.
Yeah, it's going to pick up. Yeah. Oh, and the U-boat even hit the balloon for Fee. That's nice of it.
Yeah, but I think at this point, Fee's going to try to not fight as much as they can.
Yeah. Hopefully she can get to the elevator, but she's visiting the room she's already been to before, so...
Well, that's an interesting little graphical thing. If you
Yeah,
noticed,
Queenie's,
Kune's floating over the balloon.
Physics, what's that?
What's physics? How do the graphics work in this game? I don't think anyone really knows.
Programmer might.
Programmer's the closest one to it.
Probably knows more than the devs at this point. There's a lot of weird stuff that was like questionable for how coding works.
It's very true. Like, who knows if they're like, oh, that wasn't supposed to do that in the game, but if they never actually figured out if it did that or not.
Like, I understand like some of the concept. Oh, there's another U-boat. Jesus.
Boy, these water floors are not being very kind to full Featuritis today. Loonycloud finding another pillar ball. Got a lot of fireballs over here. Fire, flame, pillar.
Yep. We hope, because I was gonna say, if she missed that last attack, she would be in easy KO range though.
Yeah, if she can get up to floor 8, she's gonna start finding a lot of good items. Oh, and there's a Manueva there coming to be a problem. Loonycloud moves up to floor 12, which introduces us to one of the worst monsters in this tower. I would think that most of us would agree it is the worst monster, might be the single worst monster in the tower, of Krakens. Basically everything you could not want in a monster exists. They are a water type, they have an obscene amount of health, they have an obscene amount of defense, they have an obscene amount of attack power. And they also and as I'm speaking of Krakens, they also, oh boy, that's a bad sign. Kune runs out of MP. For on Loonycloud's side over here. As you're being chased by a Kraken is the last time you want to have to be dealing with that.
Yeah, and honestly, there's no real nice way of dealing with them.
They are, if you do end up playing this game, or if you have played this game, and you speedrun it, like, Krakens are going to be one of the things that ends significant amounts of runs by themselves. It's a debate of who's worse, if they're worse or if U-boats are worse. You can make an argument for either one, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah, there's no real difference. U-boats, well, I guess the Krakens do have electrifying ability, but U-boats always get the first attack off. So either way, you're losing HP while fighting them. So they're both just really bad water monsters.
I'd say the biggest thing is that in general, Krakens are usually two-shotting you when you get to them, basically, and U-boats are pretty close to that.
Although, will Fee...
Oh, I think she's got that life wand. There it is.
Yeah, but will she actually equip it? She always goes for a steel sword over life wand, right?
Oh, I hope that is not what happens today.
She has a decurse scroll, so I think she's more than happy to try to equip it this time. So last time she was super cautious of it, and she's like, I didn't want to get stuck with it in case her monster died in the first Rocket to the Top tournament, and it became a meme in the community where it's like, nah, screw the life wand, take the steel sword. I can guarantee when she looked at the item, she probably considered not equipping it just for a very split second.
Life wand. That's a good point, Sand Knight. Like, the big difference between a Kraken and a U-boat is the U-boats will always get a hit in before you can do anything to them.
Yeah.
Because
well, the thing is, you can't take advantage of that. You also can, like, you can also U-boat dance, which is something that we haven't really explained that much, but it's basically you move on top of them, and they can't come up with the ground, so they'll move again. You keep doing that, you move them around, and then you can manipulate them, and sometimes you can just completely avoid them entirely for damage.
Yeah,
like two of them, you're kind of screwed.
Like, you'll see, like, we didn't get to see much of it because the positions we were in did not really allow for it, but they always will try to, because of, oh, that's a bad thing for Loonycloud. Getting sniped by a griffin is not a very friendly place to be.
No. When Fee was just doing her practice earlier, she actually lost Queenie on, like, floor 4. She managed to find a griffin egg, revived it, and then I taught her the immortality glitch because she had to get out of the situation. So she just, I don't know if Loonycloud's aware of it, but for those who don't know, if you pick up your monster and release him over your head back home, the game says, oh, you're fine until you move off that tile. So if you have a bunch of Aleem fruits and whatever, you can clear the room and move on. Baldwin, he discovered that if you feed the pet a Tumina fruit, it has the exact same effect. So you can now do the immortality glitch if you find a Tumina fruit in the tower with Queenie.
Oh, so you can hold Kune and then feed him a Tumna fruit.
Yeah, then you beg him, and then you're still immortal.
Oh, wow.
That is, again, Baldwin was a party staying on that one for a while. Oh, Fee getting smacked by the volcano there. But you can see
this is a tough space. If Fee tries to fight and misses, that's the safe route right there.
Yeah, just fireball or something.
I
I do know for a fact she has a notepad beside her, keeping track of the spells. So she knows how many spell usages on each ball.
So Loonycloud over here is dealing with a Barong. Barongs are one of the coolest monsters in the tower, because when you throw an item at them, they spit out a random item. Any random item you can find in the tower.
Ooh,
and there are some things that are you can only get from Barongs. And there are some things that are so rare that you really only ever see them from Barongs.
Mm-hmm.
And so Looney's over here trying to see what he can get out of this Barong. I don't blame him. You don't get this opportunity very often.
No, actually in bookless runs and stuff like that, my main strat is get to floor 20, but no matter what, try to hit a Balrog on floor 16, because if you get a couple dark swords or whatever, that's a huge amount of money. And you can just easily break the game on that one and then just continue on. Especially if you get a Roche fruit, because then you get the Balrog, you can take it into the tower yourself, grind out things, and get the money you want.
Yeah, Barongs can make for some pretty interesting plays, and some other like bookless and our and just casual runs as well. I know when I was younger, playing with friends, they loved to use Barongs to get all the items they wanted.
And the neatest thing about that is the hidden ability of them is they double experience gain, but they actually end up damaging the opponent. So if you were to put a spell like Lowdown or whatever on them and throw it, or their natural one, which is of all things a room full of toxic gas, if you unlock their spell with a plump or whatever, it's really bizarre. Ooh, Fee, be careful.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
Oh, God, a crit almost takes her down.
Oh, oh, that yeah, oh, that crit. Oh, yeah, she's just gonna hopefully stand perfectly still and
so
get some HP back.
We look over at Looney's screen and we see that Looney was bullying the worst monster in the tower, and I mean not challenging, but just the worst monster in the tower, the Picket. Pickets are a wind monster that are very weak. They move 2 turns to your 1, and oh wow, Fee just is dealing Kraken Town over here. And what
oh jeez, yeah, squiddies everywhere.
But what the interesting thing about Pickets is that they steal your inventory. They can pickpocket you and then disappear. And so when they move 2 turns to your 1, it can make it really scary. Ooh. Oh boy.
Slow trap before she goes up. Hopefully she'll... Okay, good. It returned to normal. That's good. Now she can get out. Oh, that's why she's taking so much damage too. She has a Scorch Shield equipped.
Oh, that is risky business.
So, yeah, Kraken's on that floor and stuff like that. Like, it'd be better to put the Wood Shield on than it would be the Scorch Shield in that case.
Yeah, because the elemental advantage is definitely going to be huge for them since they do so much damage already. Oh, that's why, like, and actually on Looney's screen, he's using a ice shield, so they're both like rocking a different elemental shield.
Mm-hmm. I remember at one of her matches in the previous tournaments, she actually had all 3 shields uncursed of different elements, and she just kept equipping them when she needed them. So she always had the elemental advantage for damage.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she was just having a great time. It's like, yeah, it's a water monster. Oh
boy, that was an unfortunate timing for that. There was a Kraken hiding behind the unloaded wall, the unloaded wall, and then when she moves in the room, it moves right next to her. Yeah, but she's gonna opt for the easiest map in the tower.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was... Thankfully, she was not on the right side of the door, because that would have disturbed smacked her.
We have Looney here moving into floor 18, which is going to introduce us to another new enemy, actually a couple of them. But more particularly, we're going to be meeting Arachnes here pretty soon, which are another bad water monster.
I don't know, actually, if Looney got the blue collar.
I think he did. They were both. They were both in the room with it. Like they spawned in the room with the blue
Oh
color.
yeah, they did. Right.
I think he did get
Oh.
it. And we'll see if either of them opts to hatch any eggs. I'm not sure. Did they get an extra egg here yet?
I don't know. I know Loonycloud has a griffin egg on him. That's from very
Okay, so
early.
they did get an extra egg. Okay.
Yeah.
So Looney could do that, but
It wouldn't really be very valuable in the grand scheme of things because you're going to be getting Rise and
yeah,
Water
I mean,
Ball's
like,
nice though.
it's good to save until a later point in case Kune dies, because you can hatch the egg later. And the higher level you hatch the egg at, the higher level you hatch the egg at, because if they hatch to your level, you can basically use it, hatch it later on, and just have a higher level Griffin if you need it.
So you can see Fee racking her brain on.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, Fee. Fee's doing
she's trying to figure out what
math.
she can get for the Balrog, or she can kill the Balrog. Yeah, no, she's gonna try to get what she can from it.
So, Chemo Rocks, what you are watching here is actually a seeded version of the tower. Through the randomizer that we've created, or that I should say, programmer has created, we are able to make it the ability for both players to have the exact same tower, so we can see no randomization between the players at least.
Ooh, a familiar bell. That's a nice thing to have in the pocket. Yeah, no, the last tournament was a 2v2 using console/emulator normal 80% rules. This one, since programmers done so much work, we're like, yeah, it's like this should be the next theme. Like, now we can actually see the opponents or the players actually verse each other in the same situations that they would come across. And it is, ooh, a nice white sand at the end there too. And Loonycloud kind of playing with the Vipers needlessly. He doesn't need to. He's gonna keep that height advantage.
Just trying to assert some dominance over these Vipers, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can see Fee going after the Balrog there, getting some HP back via the Life Rod.
Ooh,
She's going to be very careful about the MP. I don't think she's revived his MP very much.
Yeah, you know, I don't think I've seen her use a Pita Fruit yet. I mean, maybe she has when I wasn't looking, but and I don't see it in the inventory anymore. So maybe it did.
59. So yeah, it looks like it was used. You can't feed it. Oh, she got rid of a bad orb. I see.
So we're about 30 minutes into this race. We, as those of you that have watched will know, we have a 1 hour time limit for play. So right now, Looney's at about halfway through of the tower at 30 minutes. So he's on a really good pace here for getting it clear. We'll see if it ends up happening. But right now, they're pretty close together. Fee's 5 floors behind. Not a terrible placement, but
no, Fee is definitely a more defensive player. Make sure like everything's right. You'll see her turn the camera a lot and do whatever. Loonycloud is not as cautious, and it shows. And he's getting sometimes saved on that one, but at the same time, he's also gotten a lot of needless fights. So it kind of goes both ways. I know Fee is really good at wanting to avoid all monsters, basically. But once Fee hits level 20, she's got to really reconsider that Scorch Shield. Because if she gets hit by a Viper with the Scorch Shield, she's going to have a very bad time.
Oh boy. Well, the nice thing right now is that fighting a Garuda is pretty much the best thing you can hope to be fighting right now with a Scorch Shield.
Perspective change there.
But then Looney is going to be dealing with a lot of wind monsters coming up here. So the Ice Shield's going to be at its pretty much worst point here in these next few floors, as they get just swarmed by wind monsters. Looney sees a room with a sleeping... What's that?
If Fee's going for all the levels, she's fighting the troll for no reason. Oh, and a miss. Okay. Reconsidering actions.
Well, that's why it's a good thing to do that on the elevator, because you can just leave if you need to.
Because you can literally see the cogs think this turning there, going, is it worth risking it?
Oh, Looney trying to fight Vipers some more.
No, that was a misstep. He walked 2 ahead and walked 1 ahead, and it just was out of camera. Oh man, he's gonna have a very annoying time on this
Well,
one.
he's got some inventory in here he could use. It's a matter of how greedy he wants to be.
This is the one point I always try to make to every runner, every player of the game. If you have resources and you do not use them and you die, your resources are useless. You should always use as many resources as you want. Okay, that is... yeah. If you don't use your resources, situations like this happen on Looney's side.
Unfortunately, much like in life, you can't take it with you when you die.
Yep.
You just gotta.
It's a
you gotta
roguelike
use
game.
what you got.
Yeah. So Fee now, if she can hold on to Queenie the entire time, like, it's great that Loonycloud has a life wand. Nope, he's just getting straight get rid of Queenie.
And he's just
He
like,
does
I
not
don't even
care.
want it. If I find a resource scroll, I don't want it. I'm going
Yeah.
alone.
No, I think he will be hatching. Ooh. He just picked up an Oleum fruit, thankfully. Oh, he's gonna use a fireball. Okay. He is really aggressive against these vipers.
I mean, you gotta be, or they're just gonna bully you around.
That's true.
Gets the elevator. Let's see if he's gonna actually hatch that griffin now. Oh,
Monster
that's
Loop
pretty
is
safe.
good. Yeah.
Yep, here we go. We're getting that monster hatched.
Yeah. So this is the egg that Fee skipped. So it's basically a replacement Queenie. He has 20 less MP, I believe. He starts off with 80. And it's not really much different than Queenie. I think it actually has a little bit more attack naturally than Queenie as well. And that is a Minerva on Fee's screen.
So we didn't actually get to go over that, but Manoevas can have make their return here in these floors where Fee is at, and they have the ability to copy items on the ground.
Yep. So if you see 2 items in a row in certain floors, you could probably safely assume that it's going to be a Minerva, and it's just going to be a bad time. Like, it's going to be a really bad time. Because for some reason, they had hit like the trolls with swords, and they kind of go with the defenses.
Yeah, they hit a little harder than they really should. I don't know if I'm not sure if we confirmed that they have defense breaking yet, but
No.
definitely the rumor is that they have a defense break on them.
Oh, we have the Hell Seed for getting out of the way there. He's going to possibly do a second one. Yep, he just wants to get away all the way. And that's actually a nice thing to do. A lot of runners don't tend to use them Hell Seeds.
You know, I used to not, but I use them all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Piglet steals the Wind Seed.
That's not the worst thing to steal, though. Like, she has a lot of Oleum fruits and a lot of other things.
It's true. The Wind
That
Seed
actually was the Picket that stole the Wind Seed for the record on her screen when she left. It always spawns within like 40 or 50 spaces away, and it always runs towards you. So that seems about roughly the right time. Why blind character? Why blind character when you can blind character? What? What are you talking about, Sand Knight?
Why blind character when you can blind player?
I legitimately have no idea what he's talking about.
And Fee gets to meet a Arachne in a tiny corridor.
Yep, that's gonna be a Oleum fruit most likely, because she's again sporting that wonderful. What are you doing?
I thought she's gonna go for the 2-hit KO. Doesn't quite get it. 29 damage because of that Scorch Shield.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, she should have stripped 2 flame balls. That would have been same resources. Now she has this less HP.
Yeah, and health becomes pretty important here with what you're running into now. Looney's seeing another life wand. Oh, he got the blind trap. Got it. Yeah, that's an interesting, fun feature of Azure Dreams, where in most RPGs you play, when you're blinded, you just like lose some accuracy. You know, you miss here and there. In Azure Dreams, you go blind and the screen goes black.
Yeah,
it's pretty rude.
We see Loonycloud doing the standby strat and killing the block without taking a hit. That's gonna be a Holy Bill, I believe, there. Yeah, on Feast. It's so weird knowing what's coming up with this game. I should never be able to predict any item on the ground on one of the player's screens, but the fact we're able to now is very bizarre.
Oh boy.
That's
Looney
a
taking
miss,
big
and that's
risks here.
Yeah. He's gonna do, yep, the AI one again. Honestly, I would actually let, I would do another AI one versus, or I'd let the Griffin take a hit to do one more attack, than to possibly have a shield with bad genus versus the block.
Yeah, because those blocks are going to hit pretty hard being a wind.
Yeah.
Oh, and Looney finds a go-up trap. Looney making some good time here. Floor 25 here with about 20 minutes left to go in this race.
Yeah. Everyone likes to go up trap once you're done exploring the first 5 floors. You don't want to see them on the first 5 floors because you need those resources.
Yeah, you want the experience and the resources, and if you move up too quickly, it can be a really bad time. Looney fighting the lovely stealths that are honestly generally pretty weak for the floors.
That ice shield, though.
Yeah, that ice shield makes them a lot scarier. Running into
24
another
damage instead of roughly 12 or something what it's supposed to be. He's gonna take another good chunk of damage.
Oh there. No, prison trap thankfully doesn't ruin this run.
Yeah. The thing is, it's also if the stealth was in the door frame and would start attacking him, the Griffin would not realize he was in danger. It's the worst time. The door frames are the scariest things in these games.
Door frames have very weird AI problems because like you are neither in the room nor out of the room, and so
if
with
your monsters,
if your monster's on the other side of one part of it, they won't save you.
Yeah. Can you go past floor 40 with a glow-up trap placed on it? That's actually a good question.
Actually, if in the randomizer you take, we have a very fun item that can be added in called portable elevators that you can use to actually go. You can get to Beldo, and then use that to go up a floor, and the floor count will go all the way up to level 100. And there's no enemies the whole rest of the tower.
Oh.
There's items, there's things, but it just has one specific style of theme, and it goes through all the musics of all the different girls that you can date in the normal game, and it just keeps repeating those musics as you go up the tower.
What egg could be on floor 26? Honestly, Snowman probably be the best bet you can get. I think you can still find some Vipers. There is a chart in our Discord somewhere.
I'm not sure didn't that become less accurate recently or something?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure at some point. Ooh, an evolution.
We get to see it on Loonies. We got to see a Gridut. Some monsters evolve at level 20 in this game, and the Griffin is one of them. And so now we get this big beefy.
Which has 9 damage because Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of damage against the Griffin, and I don't know. Okay, he does get it. That
I'm not gonna lie. Mandaras are one of my least favorite monsters, and I've probably lost more runs to a Mandara than a Kraken, in a personal sense.
Okay, it shows how paranoid Looney was there. He attacked the staircase thinking it was a stealth when it was just raised terrain.
Luckily didn't get paralyzed there. That would have been a bad place to be paralyzed.
Fee doing great. She has not played since the previous tournament, just for the record. And she's on floor 22. Things are lining up really nicely for her. She's very good at avoiding, and she's doing a great job.
She's keeping right up with Looney too, just a few floors behind.
That AI one attempt didn't work. He should have moved up left first, then put down a Griffin and moved.
Yeah, it can be tricky when you're coming around bends like that. You gotta really think about how enemies are gonna move and such. These are really bad floors. This is the water floors redux, as I like to call them. We have snowmen and mandaras, and they both hit like a locomotive plowing into you.
Yeah, the snowmen are far worse, actually. Even though they don't look it, the little jumpy guys.
Oh, runs into another mandara in the hallway.
Okay, he's gonna have... Yeah, Oleum fruit the heck out of things, thank you.
It's pretty rare to happen, but Mandaras Mandaras have an ability to confuse you. Well, they will do a weird dance at you, and they can confuse you, and you might as well just concede. Oh no.
Oh no, that's a bad move. That is a dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah, he should have used a binding ball, or Looney's being very greedy with his supplies. He had a binding ball, he had a Tamina fruit, he even could have done the immortality glitch if he knew about that with actually. He could have done all sorts of things, and instead they have about 55 HP, I believe, and they do roughly 35 to his Griffin, so he's gonna have to hope for his a restore scroll.
Yeah, that or you're just gonna have to pray to RNGesus that every.
Fee trying to throw the seat up against the wall, just jumping up and down like she doesn't care. Whee!
Oh boy, Mandara's coming here to bully Looney.
Fee closing the gap.
Gets
3 floors in
trapped.
between now.
Getting trapped here. This is a bad time.
Oh, okay. Now we're gonna see how strong a snowman is. If okay, that's okay.
Oh, he's gonna take 2 hits because he walked in the corner.
No, he should have shoved it.
My health seed's gonna get him around it at least. That was a very fortunate dodge.
No paralyzed for Fee on her side fighting a block.
Oh, good. So snowmen may look small, but they are, oh boy, they are some of the worst things you could be dealing with right now.
Yes, they actually legitimately. Oh, Fee, be careful of the vipers. Yeah, it's gonna die in a hit. checks the HP. Queenie, although is very good. Oh, Loonycloud. Loonycloud. Oh dear. You're gonna see Phoebe very careful with movement here, moving the camera first before ever pushing the up button.
So Looney's gonna. I'm wondering what. Oh, and then Oleum the other one. The good call, Looney. Yeah, this is a very close race, and honestly, it could go either way. Oh boy, and one snowman replaced with another.
Yeah.
This is why I hate these floors.
Oh, Fee doing absolutely great job here. No, there goes Queenie though.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, the problem is when you use an item, the enemy moves first and then Queenie.
When everyone moves at the same time, or you're doing movement based, oh boy. This is just not a very friendly seed for Looney here.
Although getting to floor 24, like now she's kind of in a good situation because she can take hits because she has a Scorch Shield. Unlike Looney, who had Queenie in the same situation and everything, but he had obviously the Ice Shield. So,
oh man, these enemies were just not going
oh my goodness.
Holy Bell is going to be clutch.
Yeah, the one funny thing about all this is Fee might completely ignore floor 27 by going the opposite way and find the elevator immediately. Why are you trying to punch him? Leave him alone. You bully.
We wanted to get some damage on it, so when he uses the fireball, that it's a sure kill, which was a smart decision because that just barely did the kill on it. This should be elevator room. Okay, where is this elevator?
Last room we're gonna look at.
Yeah, there must be a tiny room somewhere. Oh God. Looney, you're just
still looking for the elevator as well. Slam trap. That must feel good. Just get smacked in the head.
You know, slam traps are never really that threatening, but they certainly always just kind of feel like jerk move. Yeah, there's that one.
They're more threatening if you have an Earth Shield, because they do a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, they do. Bomb traps and Earth.
Oh, Fee's between 2 blocks right now. So they're between 2 hard places.
Oh boy, they're both having a bad time right now.
We can't stress this enough. Let me get the thing here. Can I please do that?
Oh, I think this is going to be the room. Looney finds the elevator.
There we go.
And he is up to 28. Whew! Yeah.
That is a heck of a room.
Did Sand Knight remove elevators on this seed? I don't know. Oh,
yeah, this is why Sand Knight shouldn't generate seeds for people. Just saying. Although Kane the Brain wasn't much better. Kane made the seeds for the matches we had in the morning. And they were pretty grueling as well.
Oh man.
Oh, if Fee were to turn around and hit the Viper once, it would die. It has literally 1 HP left. It has to stop losing HP with poison. All she has to do is smack it once. Flame Orb, sure, but I don't think she's aware actually how low of its HP it was.
So the randomizer has a lot of different options that we could talk about. Chemo rocks. They're like the biggest feature that it does is like what we're showing off right here is the ability to be able to make seeded towers. Was kind of the initial goal, so that we could have races where we see the same tower for both players. Oh, that Viper doing some work with the Holy Scroll. We have a handful of other options within the randomizer too, such as there is an endurance mode where you can go up to floor 99 if that is something that you feel like you want. There's the second tower that was discovered within the actual code of the game. This tower was nearly completed, and it's actually able to be gotten to through a specific item in the game that doesn't normally spawn in it. And there's a lot of stuff. You can mess with the enemies you find, randomization of elements, all kinds of stuff. I just
oh jeez, Loonycloud is surrounded by 3 Naplises.
Yeah, this is a lot of Naplises. And none of them are asleep.
Thank you for the link, Sandknight. That is the link to the randomized website made by Programmer. And you can see all the features that we did not mention because, yeah. Oh my goodness.
So,
that was a misclick.
Lucius
shot the binding ball the wrong way.
Oh no. Oh, there's another Naplis!
Oh my god.
Well, he's got a holy, which is technically not the worst thing because he could wait out for these Naplises to fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's also a good call.
Or
he can...
Yeah.
Oh, and it gets him! Oh, that is exactly what he wanted right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a Minerva! Oh! Minervas at the higher floors can turn to other monsters, so all of a sudden the fire monster you use a fireball against is resistant to it. Like, oh no, what happened? So,
oh Naples doing some work. Man, Looney!
He's lucky at that Naples. Look at him strut.
Oh no, the snowman walked into the worst place. Oh no, you gotta deal with it now, Looney. Do you have a blinder ball in there still? Nothing happened.
Better hope so.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, it's on the elevator
binding
now.
and shove, I think, is his only method right now.
It worked. Binding lands.
Fee picking up that egg. I don't know if we know what that egg is. Oh,
he doesn't know you can shove it. He's gonna use pillar balls.
Not many people know about that. If you just hold up against the monster, you'll shove it one space. Sometimes shoving is honestly the better option. You take one hit, but you can then, you know, like in the case where you used the Hell Seed before, he could have moved. Fee using a Holy Bell to get rid of the Mandaras. I think she wants to, well, she doesn't want to go that way, but I guess she's going that way now.
Okay, Looney, what? Oh, he's letting, oh no. Just go up, Looney. Just go up, please. Just don't do this to me.
It's 4:30.
My heart can't take it.
Yeah, technically, if it were to be unblind, it would immediately turn and just smack him in the face.
Yeah, like it's just, oh, and you know, this seems to be a very common thing. We run into a new lovely enemy called the Killer, which are these big, muscly-looking guys with the axes for hands. Very friendly. They have about a 30% chance to crit on you, from what we can tell. So they do about 60 damage natively. So yeah. Killers live up to their reputation. Fee having a Looney goes down on 31.
Oh yeah, you got spawned right beside a killer. That's the most annoying thing with Beldo.
So their floor counts are close, but Fee only has 7 minutes to get up to floor 32 to take this race.
There was a small elevator train, but the thing is, the killer in the room might get her as well, because there was no reaction time for that.
Yeah, like if you miss a step in there, that killer's getting you.
Yeah.
Or if that other one wakes up that was in the room with the elevator too, like, oh boy. I mean, this could be the end right here if the monster pins her in.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
26 was a very bad floor for
Yeah, Looney had a real bad time here too. Oh, this is bad. This might be the end of Fee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Does
the
she have any more
Mandara.
items left?
There's some egg bombs. We can see what's in them. What do we get here? Palumpa. Palumpa gets it.
Yeah, Plumpa is it's plus 50 levels, so it'd be a level
He finds
67
the
Plumpa.
elevator. Oh, that was so fortunate. Fee needed that right now.
Oh, that's so good. It shows a difference. She went the opposite way, and floor 26 was perfectly fine for her compared to Loonycloud. That was phenomenal.
Floor 27 was a really bad time for Looney as well, so she needs 5 floors in 5 minutes, folks.
Yeah. Which is honestly possible.
But not gonna help.
That
We
is...
know where that elevator is in the exact
Yeah.
opposite corner away from her, and she's already got a Mandara on her, and she's going away from it. Oh, don't turn! That Mandara turns, it's gonna be real bad.
Nope, it shouldn't. It's left-hand side.
Oh, she's got blinder balls still. Good.
Oh, she didn't do that. It wasn't going to turn.
Sometimes Mandaras can work a little weird. I think it's the safest thing you could do.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, it's the safest thing to do.
Because what happens
following the Mandara?
Once you blind an enemy, it will just keep walking forward until it hits a wall, and then it will turn right, and that's just how they work. So they can get stuck in corridors and such. Is Fee gonna take a left? If Fee takes a left, this floor might end a lot quicker for her than it did for Looney.
She's scanning it.
Oh
She sees
no, not a frog trap! And the wrong way.
Oh dear.
No. Oh, this
Hip
is
hop.
like this is stressful to watch when you know where the elevators
Yep.
are.
Yep.
Oh no, the blind Mandara are just walking around over here.
Just chilling.
She can loop around, but she's gotta take a right up here. Oh, which I think she's gotta go straight and right, not left. Don't go. Oh no!
She's seeing the rooms. She's doing exactly what you would naturally do.
There's nothing wrong with her plays. We're just
No, absolutely
not.
not.
Go up trap! Oh my god. Oh, that's the best thing that could have happened for her right now.
Oh god.
4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. 3 floors she needs.
There's the next elevator right behind her.
Whew. I mean, you never know what's going to happen here, because these floors are real nasty. And as much as the AI is basically the same, things like Naplises are going to work differently, with how long they sleep and when they wake up and go back to sleep. Oh, man. I bet Fee's stressing out, being like, the timer's still going, they haven't called us in yet.
Yep. Yep. Again, we're not telling... they're supposed to message us when they die. I don't know if Fee knows that or not, but I'm pretty sure I did tell her yesterday when I was commenting the other matches. But I'm pretty sure, as far as she knows, like she might think she's in the lead. Like, she doesn't know, right?
She doesn't know. She shouldn't know. From the way she's playing, I don't think she has any idea that she's in the lead.
Yeah, 31 Loonycloud.
So she's got 3 minutes for 3 floors, and she also is getting bullied by Naplises in a hallway.
But she has more resources than Loonycloud had, though.
Yeah, those risky plays really put Looney in a bad spot at first.
Yeah, she sounds like she's going for the binding. That's what she was trying to do. So hopefully she can get around it without it waking up. It's always an annoying thing.
Yeah, she gets around it, but she's gonna go for gonna use that blinder ball and really use the AI to turn that thing right around. It's gonna go forward and then take a right.
Yeah, it's gonna start going around, and she doesn't have to worry too much.
Oh, she finds the elevator. Oh man, about 2 minutes to go, and she needs 2 floors.
Oh, this is amazing. They're both 30 floors in.
So this killer is asleep. She's that was not the best.
Oh hi.
But it looks like she's gonna go the opposite way that Looney did, and the elevator's just south.
South, yeah.
So she's gonna lose some time here going north to go explore the floor. This might be what decides it.
Yep. Just walk by that Naples. Just leave it alone. If Let Sleeping Dogs Lie has ever been truer, it's with Naplises. Just let them sleep.
Yeah, you know, they just fall asleep randomly. Just let them go. Like, they're scary monsters, but they're also easy to deal with because if you just run them around in circles enough, they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is so close.
There's
Yeah.
a good chance they
Oh
both
dear
might.
God! And she runs right into the face of the killer.
Oh, jeez.
Binding ball
Yeah.
still has charges. Stay paralyzed. Stay
Yeah.
paralyzed. It's still down. If she makes a bad misstep, she is done for. Oh, and there's a tyrant in the hallway. She's got
She
to
can pick it
really
up.
hope. I think
Like,
she's gonna go for probably an egg. Oh, medicinal herb. Oh, that's not gonna be enough. It's gonna do more
no, I
damage than her
think
health.
she's. Yeah.
She's gonna have to go for a pickup on that tyrant. Oh no, I think this is it for her.
Oh, so close.
Oh no, not like this.
No. Yeah, I think that's it.
Unless we get a clutch miss on something. It's a zoo, not what you wanted to see. And that's it. Fee falls at 59-32, just one floor behind Looney.
Yeah, that is such a
Wow.
good round one, though. What a match. And she was concerned that she wasn't practiced. Look at that. Hello, Speak Gaming Portuguese. Thank you for the raid. 30 to 31. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and
And yet she realizes now, just no. Oh, I should go upstairs and give her a hug, truthfully. But
give her a pat in the back and be like, "That was some playing right there."
I think actually I will. I have to go use the
I will
bathroom
go ahead
anyway.
and do my magic here real quick. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll leave you to set things up because I'm kind of restricted, but I'm gonna go quickly use the bathroom and get my dog. He's kind of miserable with me. So one sec here.
Excellent. All right. Let's see. What seat are we on? We are on. I have too many windows up on my computer. Seed number 1, number 2, 9. All right. You know, we don't get as many often for these kind of hype matches like that. But seriously, if you like what you're seeing, you ought to give these lovely people a follow and come join this Discord and see the madness. That was wild. So we're just getting set up here for seed 2. Once the runners get their seeds in there and confirm with us that their seeds are good, we'll be getting this show on the road. Looney showing off the PlayStation memory card screen from 1994. Looney is good. So wow, we got potentially 2 more races in this tight in the next race. Who knows who's gonna win?
There we go, back.
Welcome back.
How often can a commentator go hug a contestant that he's commentating for? Her only words were, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, you know, I understand that little bit of competitive frustration.
Yeah.
Like just being so close to the time there and like being right on the verge of victory and
Yeah, 30 to 31. Like, the thing is, like, when she watches back the VOD and she realizes how Loonycloud died, she'll probably feel better about that loss there. Because yeah,
Like,
that was a
was
killer
close
just
the
out
whole
of
time.
nowhere. That too, yeah.
Just a killer race the whole time.
Yeah, the thing is, like, even though Loonycloud pulled ahead very early, Fee started remembering how to play the game, like, quickly, and all of a sudden caught up a ton of floors.
The nice thing about Azure Dreams is it's kind of like riding a bike. Once you know how to ride the bike, you might need a moment to de-rest, but you're gonna be okay.
I think that's honestly about floors 1 to 15, the first race for her. Like, I think that was her kind of, like, figuring things out, and afterwards she's like, oh yeah, this is how you do this, and this is how you do that, and she started having really clean movement all of a sudden. And a lot less camera turning, like, she was not as unsure of her movements. So I think we're going for round 2?
Yes, I think they just got themselves set up.
So we should explain for those who are coming in or who have not heard the rules. This is.
You want me to go give them a countdown?
Sure. The Azure Dreams Fixed Tower Tournament is Rock Me to the Top 2, named by Sand Knight. And basically, it is, even though Azure Dreams is a roguelike game, thanks to Programmer, who's in the chat, who literally said all recently, he actually made it so we can actually have the same tower, which is phenomenal. Because it's supposed to be like generated on like so many different factors, but when they first get into the tower, it's going to be the exact same tower from floor 1 all the way to floor 40. Even though technically floor 1 and floor 40 don't really matter.
All right,
they're going to get the same 5 items. Awesome. They're going to have the same 5 items. They're going to have a medicinal herb, a wood shield, a copper sword, plumpa egg will be named a random color, and they'll have the most important thing, a fireball. I will always end up saying those 5 items in a different order every single time I commentate a race, so have fun.
Hey, as long as they're all in the same pile, we're good, right?
Yeah, and then that fireball will be the most valuable thing, because it will determine if they die at floor 2, if they come across a flame or not. And...
So a thing to note about spell balls, I don't think we actually talked about in the last seed. I saw the question come up, and I'm sorry, I didn't actually answer it. The first spell ball you get, the fireball, always has 5 charges. But every other spell ball, except with the exclusion of the acid rain ball, can have between 4 to 7 charges, I believe, is what it is?
Yes, I found one with a 7 before, except acid rain, which is always 1.
Yep, acid rain will always be 1. But so that's why you'll see runners try to use a spell ball that doesn't work, is because they don't know how many charges they have. You roll the dice when you pick one up.
Yeah, and like I said, Fee is. If my audio quality sounds different than in the morning, it's because I'm on my tablet downstairs in the living room. Fee is upstairs in the computer room. I'm gonna go give her a hug between matches because I'm able to. For those who don't know, me and Fee are married. So, and I think we can't verse each other in a tournament, and I'm busy with university, so she entered and I did not. So therefore, we never be in the brackets together. I'm always available to commentate. So, and you know, it's easy to commentate when the person who you can literally go upstairs and watch live is.
And it's okay because Shawnee doesn't run this game anymore, so you know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, RPG Little Break, please accept us.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's only a part of every single submission we did, basically, but you know.
Yeah. Also, immediate poison trap in the first room Fee entered on floor 2.
Well, you can't help but expect that it's going to be a Sand Knight seed.
And a rust trap in the next room.
Well, after the Iron Shield, at least. The Iron Shield was after it, so.
And a miss.
Getting bullied by a Columba.
Within like 30 seconds, she's had like the 3 worst things that could possibly happen.
Looney sees a Gulfwind sword and walks right past it, and I don't blame him. These swords are similar to the wands in that they do give you like an increased. They give you like, because you're familiar when they have the elemental genus that matches it, will give a bonus, but it doesn't get the wand bonus. Like they're big attack weapons, but they won't do quite as much damage as a wand does when you combine them. But it's still like a decent weapon if you really need it.
Yeah,
personally, I don't prefer
unless they're a fire weapon. Yeah, the thing is with the golf wand is it's still 5 attack power.
Yeah.
And with the rusted copper sword, like that's still going to be a good chunk of damage.
What sword do we have here?
And there's level 2. Nope, no more hits.
Oof, man, that first level is
The
always
first troll's always
terrifying.
horrible. I know.
Oh, just a gold sword. So an underutilized thing in this game is, you know how you can throw these other items on these early floors. These junky swords you find are actually really good damage if you just want to throw them at an enemy, and you will get experience for them if it does kill them. Like
Yeah,
a copper
throwing swords
sword,
into things' heads does help.
like they do about 10 damage a throw, and that's most of the health of most of these monsters. So if you're trying to get some easy damage in without taking damage yourself, just throw them at the face.
Yeah, if Fee were to find a steel sword, she wins the race. Just straight up all 3 points. I think that's how the meme works.
Oh, that's right. Steel sword for life. If you get a
Yeah.
steel shield, then like you're getting the world record today. So.
Oh, that go up or upheaval trap. Just
Obnoxious.
yeah.
Surprisingly, like they don't seem like they're very threatening, but they are. They're more threatening than you think they are.
Yeah. So Fee is gonna have to make a choice here. Hopefully the flame does not snipe her in the next move.
Looney finds a decurse scroll. And Fee's trying to deal with a flame, which are the worst things to run into on floor 2. Thankfully, they're level 2 at this point, but running into a flame at level 1 still can be a run killer by itself.
She's gonna take the attack and then, oh, the crit though. Back turn. There's no difference between which position you're being hit from back or forward or anything like that. You still have the same chances of being dodging and stuff like that. So just because she was facing the opposite way did not mean the crit happened, for the record.
Yeah, there's no like back attack damage or anything in this game. The only
I wish there was.
That would be pretty. Yeah, this game is not complicated enough. We need more complicated damage. Hey, programmer, you heard that, right?
Can't see it, but I'm winking excessively. What's funny is I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me know if you can. But he obviously is playing without headphones right now. But you can actually hear the bass from the speaker system. I'm just beneath it, so I keep hearing a noise every time she does something upstairs. So every time she uses mixture magic and that big hit happens, I'm hearing vibrations above me. So.
Oh yeah, when you have a booming speaker system in this game, it does pretty good. Looney finds a flame ball on floor 4. So there's like 5 different fire elemental spells. Basically all your damaging spells in this game are all fire that you find in the orbs, which is kind of a bummer, given that there's 3 different elements. It's part of the reason why water enemies end up being such a threat, is that a lot of your offense is fire, and the worst things are water.
Fee found a hole. She ran into the room and then she couldn't escape the hole. Comically looked around for a bit, tried to escape, and then had to go back out.
Sometimes you can get.
This game is really weird.
You can get pretty lucky in the hallways sometimes, where the elevation is so far off that you can go one way down a hallway but not the other, because it's so high up, and you can get dead-ended.
Or you can use it to like lure enemies over and just push them over the edge by doing a shove, and they can't get back to you.
Yeah, that's just rude. That's like.
I pushed a cyclone, which is technically a floating monster, off the edge, and it couldn't get me before. It's like, eh. There's a lot of weird small things in this game which we can't explain. People have to play it for themselves to figure out all the nuances.
There's not enough hours in the day to talk about all of the quirks this game has. And I think to say this game is quirky is putting it lightly.
Yeah, like there's also, we never actually did talk about the other categories. We have book lists. Yeah, exactly. We're going to be exploring for the first 5 floors. It's all going to be relatively the same. Until floor 6, and then that's actually when the kind of the dangerous part of the floor comes in. Before they hit floor 6, just to briefly explain the categories, let's say if they're on a really good run, and like you got a really good floor 10 time, you can split that. We have our first 10, 20, and 30. Ooh, that was a misperspective from Loonycloud. He attacked right, but it was actually upright where the balloon is.
Yeah, perspectives can sneak up on you like that. What shield did we find today? Oh, another earth shield?
He's taking it. That does protect you against Kraken, so that is something. And Fee's a frog. And now she's a level frog. She got better. So actually, I can check that. I do have the manual upstairs, actually.
So
I
it's
actually did manage to get a box copy of the game.
So would you say that a witch did it because you just got better?
That was a newt.
Turn-
Learn your references. Anyway,
Close enough.
so we have the first at 10, 20, and 30 categories. So if you have a really good time, but you still don't get to floor 40, you can submit your time. It makes a big difference in like making the game a little more lenient. Because getting to the floor 40, we just saw 2 fantastic runs in the same tower. They both died at floor 30 and 31. That happens a lot to a lot of us.
Yeah, the 30 floors, the 30 to 40 block is pretty deadly.
Yeah, and especially 34 to 39. Like those are the worst floors. There's so much going on. There's so much problems in glaciers, like playing curling. It's horrible. And like if we get to that point, you'll definitely see that.
Like, it's an interesting set of floors because 31 to 39, or I guess 32 to 39, have basically the same subset of monsters the entire time. You're going to be seeing dragons, you're going to be seeing golems and glaciers, and they are all terrible. Glaciers particularly just very rude because they make an ice block and kick it at you, and it just sends you flying down the way. Oh, hey, welcome in new people from Other Speed Gaming channel. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time.
We will explain the rules in a sec. To answer the question in the chat, I actually have the physical manual in front of me. I will check for Earthquake, as Horzo will explain the rules of the tournament again.
So, as a quick up for what this tournament is, this is a seeded tournament that we're doing today. This is game 2 of it, and we are doing the quickest person to the highest floor is going to be our winner in an hour playtime. They don't have to get to the top of the tower, which is floor 40, but they're going to certainly give it their best. And this is also a new tournament style, as we are able to make seeded towers now. So instead of in Azure Dreams, where normally the tower would always be randomized, we're able to make a ROM for people to use that has the same tower for each player. So it's pretty exciting. So you're going to be seeing the same tower for both of our players. Of course, some things will change over time. Enemy spawns will change a little bit per floor once enemies start getting defeated. But it's going to be a pretty close. Like, all the items will always be the same, and the layouts will always be the same. And where they spawn in will be the same.
Also,
so welcome in, enjoy your stay. It's going to be a good time.
Yep, and we have 2 fantastic runners. I will just do a plug right now for them.
Sean is also biased because of he has a conflicting relationship with one of them.
Conflicting, no. Anyway, I was gonna say in the manual, apparently the map, big difference, of the town specifies where the windmills are. There's the windmill and windmill shed.
I'm really glad
it never comes into play ever.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with that.
No, it just tells you where the windmills are for some reason. Spending your money tells you how to do that.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I guess the windmills matter for finding.
Can't come down.
Like, finding the windmills is important for finding the guy for Guru's oil pot, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. Green screen techniques.
Is Thea gonna take that malicious bill?
She might
go for
honestly,
a sword. Oh, testing weapons.
Yeah, she has a decurse scroll, so she might just want to get just a better
vital sword. That's a better pick, I'd say, than the.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. Vital sword prevents the Medivhas from splitting, and plus it's just generally a very strong neutral element sword. It's basically the equivalent of... Yeah, she said immediately threw away the Golf Wind she equipped.
Oh, and it's cursed.
Oh, man, I would want that in a speedrun. That's about $5,000.
So, cursed sword, like when your weapon gets cursed, it makes it to where you can't unequip it, and drops the attack, and I've been hearing lately that we might be wrong about this, but it drops your accuracy as well, so you'll be missing more often than you would without a cursed weapon.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure she does have a decurse scroll though, right?
Yes, I believe she used it.
Yeah, so she's back, I think, using the Golf Wind Golf. She's just all wind right now, I think.
Oh, man, that Earth Shield is going to be a bad time.
Huh, that's actually an odd thing in the manual.
There's a lot of odd things in the manual.
No. Magic power. Since familiars expend magic power for each turn they move, the amount they expend depends on the familiar type of magic used. If the familiar uses all of its magic power, it becomes inactive. Should this happen, give your familiar a Peter Pet. Magic power expended, low is mixture magic, and then in the middle it says direct attack, and then direct magic. It says mixture magic uses up the least magic power. I never read that when I was a kid. I always assumed it was different. It actually explicitly states it there.
I don't think that the copy that I was given, or that we got from our friend, actually had the instruction manual with it. So I think it was just like it had the box, but it didn't have a manual with it. I don't think.
Guy died at 27.
Oh, one of those mysterious 27 deaths, huh?
Yeah, he probably
so
died
is
27.
is Guy just like Jimi Hendrix or Jim Morrison or something?
Well, for record, it's pronounced Guy. I'm saying it wrong, but
is it pronounced Guy?
If for name-wise, it would be, yeah.
Huh.
Like Guy Lafleur, it would be a famous hockey goalie. I can't see anything about the earthquakes.
Oh, you mean like when the tower goes into earthquake mode because you were on the floor too long?
It does not say anything about earthquakes whatsoever.
Interesting.
I've checked the physical manual of the NTSC version, and it tells me more about where the windmills are than earthquakes in the tower.
Well, I'm glad it does that. I was worried about those windmills.
Yeah. There's nothing we could actually specify. There's nothing that happens at the windmills. All they are is they spin them in town. That's it.
I just realized that they're both using earth shields.
Mm-hmm.
Looney is trying really hard to show us U-boat dancing.
Oh, what are you doing? You should have moved it down one more so you'd have the height advantage.
I think he was thinking about. He only takes 5 damage from him.
Queenie's dead on his side.
Oh, he is. Oh, I didn't even realize it.
And I think he still has the Cursed Vital Sword on, too. I don't think he picked up the Decurse Scroll. Because, yeah, that's a green hilt. That's a Vital Sword. Each of the swords actually do look different. Not very much, but, you know.
Yeah, the wands do look a little different for a handful, but they only have a few color palettes.
Squirt Shield. That's nice.
And we got U-boat dancing on Looney's screen.
Honestly, you don't need the Ice Shield. Just having the wind and the fire is enough to have good defensive capabilities. So if that's an uncursed Scorch Shield, Sarah can block Sarah. Full Featuritis can... Ooh, the slow trap. Oh, the slow trap.
I believe that we are already having a raid 0 swag.
Oh, okay. How would you get out of this one?
U-boat train.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna have to take the 2 hits with the Earth Shield and just use the spells on it and get rid of it.
Yeah, I think Looney made the right call there too. Just giving up on the malicious to get up that floor.
Yep. Yeah, slow. Honestly, the most dangerous trap in the game probably would be a slow trap. Because every movement that she does will be now additional, like the enemy gets 1 free movement as well. So there's 1 free attack, and she's still slowed, so she can fight it because she does have the wind stuff, so she doesn't have to fear the damage from the water creatures, which is really nice. But
well, specifically the blooms are very not threatening right now, since they have since they don't do a lot of damage normally. And that wind shield's gonna really cut it down. Yeah.
Also, why don't you just call it a fleet of U-boats?
That's true.
Scarlet One. Defend a Scarlet One.
What is a fleet of submarines? Google.
Scarlet Wand is the most sought-after item in this because not only do you get the wand bonus, you also get the same type attack bonus like in Pokemon for having fire magic and fire wand. So even though she's not doing any more damage normally, it is amazing when it eventually hit wind creatures and other things. She can still do a 3-shot against Bloom. That's not going to change anything. And she has a defense not to worry about things as well with the Earth Shield on. Unfortunately, I do believe Loonycloud is not going to be like he probably ate, not only missed that, but he still has the cursed vital sword on. So and also dead Queenie. That also is a problem.
So I
Oh,
decided.
go up trap before the elevator.
So we'd call them a flotilla of U-boats. That would be the technical term. You're welcome, chat.
Yeah, that was hours of research.
I spent my all night researching that one.
Yeah. We knew this question would come up. That's why Horza wasn't able to watch the early matches in the morning. He slept through it doing research.
I was up all night working on this. That's a lot of
B is careful. Yeah, B is just gonna immediately go up. She walked into the
Looney just like being chased by like 7 monsters.
Yep.
Just like nope.
This is a very slow tower for both of them, but now that Fee has the Scarlet one and she's now on like floors that she can start.
Oh, that's a bad thing. Looney gets put to sleep right next to there's a Kraken in that room too. Oh, if that Kraken had woken up, that would have been a very sad
just
day.
huck the dreaming away. Just... I do like how the dreaming still hop in your hand when you hold them for some reason.
So there's an interesting mechanic. Oh wow, this floor is terrible. Good thing Looney got out of here quick.
Yeah, people have a little bit easier time, but it's still like she's gonna have to really consider the wood, not wood shield, sorry, the earth shield. I'm thinking too much Mega Man Battle with apparently.
So that floor was a floor that it was basically in a straight line. The room is just kind of like only connected to one other room, and so you have to go through the whole floor to get to the end. And those are pretty rare floors, but they do show up, and they're really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're usually pretty small, which means you have to fight everything on your way to the elevator.
Yeah, V is still not switching off from the shield because U-boats are still a threat. You saw earlier that she had the height advantage over a U-boat, and it only did a whopping 3 damage to her. Which I can't express. Oh, she also has a life wand too. Wow.
She's got a life wand too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Life wand is Scarlet Wand, so she can...
Looney probably skipped it because of his cursed weapon. I guess also because he lost Kune, so not much of a need for it. Restore scroll maybe? Oh, malicious.
No.
Yeah, you see a Kraken and you just turn and you double back. Oh, did he miss the elevator? There he goes. Like, oh wait, he already passed he didn't see the elevator hiding there.
Yeah, there are pillars that can spawn. I don't think in the tournament so far, in this tournament, we have seen a one-room floor yet, have we?
I think we did. I think we saw one earlier. I'm pretty sure I saw him earlier.
Well, you can see Fee hitting traps on the ground, just getting some free experience. There's not much to say on that one. It gives you 8 experience when you're level 7. That really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, they're technically as much of experience as a Bloom gives you, so I mean...
Yeah, but you don't get a split with your monster. It makes things kind of out of whack.
Yeah,
oh, Loonycloud, everything is just chasing him. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Even if you use a medicinal herb, you're probably going to get hit more damage by the end of it than... Because there's a troll with a sword, a Kraken, a Garuda... yeah, no, not have. No. Not the new L. Get the Kraken. Why would you do the new L?
Boy.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I think we might have a rip on 14 here for Looney. I don't see him getting out of this situation.
Oh, Looney. Would it be inappropriate to say that's all, folks?
Like, this is a lot of enemies. Now he has... That Newell's never going to survive. Oh, he's going to try to do the Mahel and dip around everything.
If he does, I'll be very surprised. Because the thing is, they're blocking the exits.
Yeah, but if he moves well... Oh, the Kraken hit him too!
Yeah.
Oh, that is it. Looney falls on 14.
Yeah, so Fetus has to get 15, and she has a Scarlet Wand, 2 shields, and a Life Wand, and a Mahel Seed. And a lot of second Mahel Seed now, and a lot of spells. So, also, I did teach Fee about the Automata Fruit glitch as well, so she does know about that one, so she's probably keeping that as well. Oh
Yeah,
man, that was just the worst. You take one wrong turn. Wrong neighborhood there.
I mean, that kind of thing could still happen to Fee too. Like, she's not out of there yet, but she's definitely going in a little bit stronger by having Kune and a Scarlet Wand.
Yeah, she definitely can fight. I know she's not one to tend to. She doesn't tend to use the Mahel Seeds very much. She's considering the shield choice, I think, here. Nope, she's just straight up using a Flame Ball. Okay. I was gonna say, you're fighting a fire monster, still decked for 16, okay. That looks like Looney might be loading up a 3rd seed in the meantime.
That is a good call.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't play it, we still have a valid 3rd seed. But I'm pretty sure he might be thinking that...
Well, he might be
he
getting
hasn't got
set up so he can go do a bio or something if he needs to.
Yeah. Oof, that's harsh. That's really harsh. Fee now on floor 12. Yeah, no, that was a tough situation, but the thing is, I think Fee might be able to avoid it just because Loonycloud had to avoid them because he would have died because he was alone with a cursed sword.
As we can see, the literal, oh, but the Kraken wakes up. Fee taking a hit from the Kraken. Oh, that's a bad time.
She does have the Earth Shield, so it does a lot less damage, but it's still a good chunk of damage against her, though.
Yeah, but it's going to get an extra hit in there, too.
As long as it doesn't get a crit, she should be...
3 hits. Oh, this is dangerous.
Spell... Does she have Medicinal Herb? I don't know if she does or not.
I think she might have used it already. Oh, no, she's got 2. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Okay, she knows what she's doing. And
I was thinking Looney.
so the reason she didn't get hit by the electricity is she's using technically a wand versus Kraken, which is wood. It doesn't conduct electricity, unlike metal swords. So if you were to hit him with mixture magic, you don't get the hit back from the... if she ignores the volcano... Oh, never mind, go turn around. Nope, it's too high. And Queenie's staying high. Queenie's an idiot. Yeah, hit Queenie.
Yeah. Dummy. Dummy.
I can guarantee you she's just looking at him going, what are you doing?
Why are you being so bad?
Yeah.
And so this is an interesting thing that happens with enemy AI and elevation. If you're at a higher elevation like this, they just will stand next to the spot and not move. Oh, but she's gonna take a little bit of damage here.
Yep. She might go for the elevator though, looking at it.
Okay.
No, you can't do that. You're all holding Queenie. When Queenie is held. Oh, I see what she's doing. Okay. That's absolutely perfectly acceptable. There's been numerous times in previous tournaments, many other runners have done this. You have Queenie in your hand, you use a spell ball, you put Queenie down immediately, and you blast Queenie with the spell ball. So I think she was definitely second-guessing everything she was doing there to making sure she would not kill Queenie with the fireball.
So that's a fun mechanic that if you're holding your monster or an enemy monster and you use a spell ball while you're holding it, it'll launch that monster you were holding in the direction you're pointing to the next open available space. So it'll pop enemies behind, because you can like get them behind a crowd of enemies if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really weird and again more interesting mechanics in this game.
She should be actually fine finding the new L with the Earth Shield, truthfully. Oh, and
yeah,
elevation trap.
Elevation's less good. I hope everyone's taking their notes down tonight. Get your notes out and get a pen and just start writing stuff down so we can test you on it later.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, sorry, this is going to be a pop quiz after.
And Sad Knight
every
wrote the
answer's
quiz
gonna be
too,
C.
so live in fear.
Yeah, every answer is going to be C. Just to screw people.
So new elves can be a little obnoxious if you get them into their like low health zone, which is when they have about like 15-ish health left. They'll just spam their heal until they're above their threshold and then start attacking again.
I'm
a lot of times
surprised she didn't fight it. She confused it and then she just left.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's too crazy. They don't give very much. Oh god, this could be real bad.
Yep.
Kune is down. Oh no, is she gonna lose this? Is she gonna lose this seed too? Oh no!
Just before. Just before.
Oh,
it was
not
forced.
again!
She does
As
have star glasses though, so she might end up having to use that and just booking it to the exit.
Yeah, if she can get to that exit quicker on 14 and get up to 15, then she'll take this game and force game 3.
Yep. Yeah, she's turning. You can see she's going back to being extremely cautious mover again, not moving until the camera is moved. No inputs here.
Oh, and how greedy
Ooh, 2
can
scrolls.
she feel? Well, you can get
Well,
both of them. You don't
you
even
can
need
get
to
both
kill
of
this
them.
guy. I mean,
Yep.
she's probably just gonna overplay it.
She has 2 spots open. She's just gonna, she's just getting rid of the plump egg, get rid of Newell, grab both things. Hoping
Personally,
for a
oh really?
Oh, she picked it up.
Wait, didn't Looney run into the same room, or were there 2 elevators on this floor?
There might be 2 elevators in this floor. No, he never noticed the item behind the pillar.
Oh,
he came back in
missed.
here and he got the elevator.
Oh, you're right. Oh, he didn't see it.
He
'cause of
never
the
noticed the
angle.
restore scroll.
Oh, that is heartbreaking.
it
That
is.
is absolutely heartbreaking.
Fee should just definitely not run away with
These
The
kind of
hallway
floors
here.
are dangerous, where they're just like these long, winding hallways.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you
these-
get pinned between a couple enemies, it's a real bad time. Still playing very carefully, giving herself some space. Is this where the elevator is? There it is. All she needs to do is go up a floor.
She might have to take a hit to do it, but I think
You know,
she.
play it safe,
no,
I think. Get rid of this.
She has used 1 from every ball. She's being very cautious about the spell usage, and that's match point for her.
And that's
in that
match point for. I
For
will
Fee?
let them know.
one. Yeah. Game 3. Oh, and the elevator's in the same room as well. Just before the 30-minute mark. This was a very slow tower for both of them. Like, this made everyone think very heavily what was going on. And that troll woke up. That's gonna hurt like hell with the windshield. Still gonna hurt like hell. Please stop. Tell me to fruit. Turn it to a frog.
Okay.
90305. Check. You can see Fee being very cautious here. She's probably already got the message. The stream delay, we can't tell right now. I still can't believe I ever snagged a copy, like, manual and everything for $30 for this game.
Yeah, I think I got mine for about $40.
Well, it's 40 American. Mine's 30 Canadian.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Like, everything was in not mint condition, but, like, you know, very good condition for that.
1-1, game 3.
Yep.
This is exciting.
Yep. Now you see the timer reset, so she's got the message, and she'll be loading up the next seed. So going to game 3, Poulet thinking his next opponent might be full Featuritis, who he
Ooh.
in the previous tournament with Fee took down to the losers bracket.
Wait, took him down to it?
No, Fee lost to Poulet.
Oh.
And then Poulet eventually beat me, so Poulet actually took out my family from that tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh.
90305. They're both the same.
Yep. I mean, 0305. They're both good.
90305. Where are you seeing the second 3 from?
You get 90305.
Oh, I thought you said 30305.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, they're both the same. Yeah. Chaos Trap.
Whew.
Player becomes confused. Bomb Trap.
How we
Player
doing out there,
receives
chat?
damage.
Everyone excited?
Everyone good for game 3?
I hope so, because they're getting it. We're gonna go to 5 games, right? We're gonna go to 5 instead, best of 5.
Yep.
Too much
Ask
hype.
her,
Gotta go 5.
I can literally
Yeah,
ask her. I could go upstairs and ask.
no, we're not gonna. We'll save that for like the semis and the grand finals.
Hi, Obi. Did Sarah let you out of the room?
Yeah, best of 7. Why not 9? We can go to 11.
Best of 15.
Never stop playing. All right, our
They're here
races are going. I'm gonna go ahead and
give them a countdown.
there we go, chat.
Also, Pickett's name is Souvenir in the manual as well, for the record, for the NTSC. Hi, Obi. Huggy, do you want to come cuddle? 1 second.
No, here's an even better one. Wildfire. We should just have you just count how many floors you get up, and so you just keep a floor tally for 24 hours about how many floors you can get up, and whoever wins at the end is the ultimate champion for all eternity. Is the dog gonna start commentating now?
No, he's staring at the stairs, wanting to go back up and see Fee. But he's looking at me, he's like, why isn't she coming over here and go... He loves us both being in the same room, it's really sweet. Do a 24-hour race stream, most wins at the end is the winner. We should honestly do that. We have enough players to have races. And we can have 2 separate teams in 24 hours. That honestly isn't a bad idea.
Well, I was just saying that the pipe dream that we've had for a while now is that we're gonna have an Azure Dreams Con of some kind, where we play Azure Dreams for like several days in a row, of all different varieties of different types of races and plays and stuff, and just have a constant stream and shenanigans.
But yeah, actually, I'm thinking we could actually probably do a fundraiser. For
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would
races.
definitely say is we should do like a charity fundraiser.
We will bring that up. That is a very good idea. Also, if you want to discuss other ideas, you have a Discord link.
Yeah, if you like these insane ideas and more, you should come join the Discord. How do you join the Discord? By clicking that button I put in the chat.
Because we only have the best ideas there. Like if you check the pinned messages and the Azure memes thing. You'll see Nightmare Fuel. Hi, Opie. You're back up here. It's really annoying for dogs when people stream. You can't pay attention to them while you're speedrunning. We have a third commentator. It's a dog. There you go. His jingle. Oh, you're just leaving? Well, screw you too. You're just leaving me.
So we're going to be once again seeing these first few floors where they're hopefully going to have an easier time than what the tower was doing to them last time, and getting maybe a little bit more exciting gear on these first few floors.
Loonycloud again missing with an attack, not checking where his character was facing before launching an attack.
It gets the best of us because I mean, you'll understand. You'll understand PTG if you join the Discord. Oh no! Looney's down to a bomb trap.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Well, if Fee gets to floor 3, she wins. That's legitimately the rules.
Yeah, he had enough damage from the noises that he was fighting that he stepped on a trap and it killed him. Not like this. Azure Dreams, why you gotta do it?
Why he got to do it? Look how much he's explored.
Oh, I can only imagine that he is very salty right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Looney had a fall from an accidental. Yeah, and there's the elevator, and on cancel.
Let her know. Actually, you know what? I will go let her know myself. Give me a second.
I'm gonna go jump into the chat.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you look away for 1 second. Welcome to Azure Dreams. The tower says no. That was like 3 minutes and 10 seconds into the race. Oh dear. We have some time to fill, but oh no.
Well,
Oh, Fee won. That bomb trap, I know. Honestly, bomb traps are entirely way scarier if you have, again, the earth shield on you, because they'll do like 40 damage all of a sudden. But just that right amount of everything just lined up perfectly, and yeah, that bomb trap just. I'm so sorry, Loonycloud. The more you die in second floor, the more experienced you are. Not wrong. I've probably died more times in floor 2 than anyone else because bookless runs. All the times I've had to KO myself in the tower after talking to Selfie. And there she got the message. You can tell she stopped the stream. Oh dear. That is the
all right, let
worst.
me get them. They're gonna get these two in here for some interviews.
Yeah. We could ask Loonycloud what he thinks of bomb traps. Oh my goodness.
Let's see here. How do I invite them to this?
Yeah, absolutely great matches, especially the first one where they both got above floor 30 apiece. Like that was phenomenal. A minute apart from each other, just so scary. So scary how close that was.
Okay, now how? This is why you shouldn't have the newbie doing this. How do I?
I can't. I'm downstairs.
Let's see here. Okay, it's not there. Where's my invite button for these lovely folks?
Your invite button should be sent to you as a direct message after you start streaming, basically. It should be within your Discord DMs from the Speed Gaming bot.
Okay, how do I send that to them though?
You
I guess
just
I
right
just
click it.
I just copy the link and just give it to
Yeah.
them. Okay, there we go. We got this. We're doing this live. Where is Looney? Or it's just not going to let me copy and paste it. Fine. Be like this. Professionalism. I'm at professionalism at its finest.
Is this where we start swearing? No.
Yeah. No.
I know. I'm just saying it's making jokes professionalism. Let's see if I can find the link for you here.
Okay, let's see.
Copy link. We will.
Cloud. There we go. Now I got them coming.
Okay, cool. Hello, Loonycloud.
Sir Cloud.
I am so sorry.
You know, you truly showed how cruel this game can be sometimes.
Yeah.
In that last race there.
Hello.
Well, most was on me.
Here we have Fee, the winner of the match. Congratulations.
Hi.
So, these were some great races.
It showed all of Azure Dreams as possible for like every regard of Azure Dreams just showed off for your three matches.
Your run up to 31 there, Looney, was pretty wild to watch.
Yep.
And then Fee's.
Oh, but I screwed that up pretty hard.
Yeah.
In that last
We ran into the glitch where you get the repeating floors, so
Here we have Fee,
I kinda died unnecessarily to that killer there, and I could have just dashed.
These were some great races.
Yeah, the killer getting you at the last second was quite unfortunate. And Fee was literally behind. She took one wrong turn. She actually, if she would have went south of the room, she would have found the elevator immediately.
Oh, that's a shame.
And you said you went up, and then we're like, oh, maybe if she turns right here, you turn left. Like, okay, she's lost. Like, like you're just fighting the entire floor before you find the elevator.
I mean,
Yeah.
she wasn't lost. She just didn't. She didn't know where the elevator was, and we're like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's the other way. It's
really hard commentating knowing where the elevator is. Like, oh, there's only 2 minutes left in the match. If she goes south, she went north. Like, oh dear.
Oh no. Oh well.
Yeah, and the fact that again you haven't really played the game since last tournament, and you got to 430.
Not at all.
Is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm very proud. I knew that the match was still going on because no one had told me otherwise, and so I had assumed that I was trying to catch up, which I guess I was. So I just set myself a goal of like, you're gonna get to floor 30, and then that's good enough. For me, the first two runs were kind of very much the tower giveth and the tower taketh away.
Yes.
Because the first one was like, I have so much, and I feel like I could go all the way if I get lucky. And the second was like, everything is terrible, and I have nothing.
Yeah, the fact all of the first two runs, both of you had a wide assortment of spells at your disposal, and that is very uncommon to see. So that has been very nice.
Yeah, and I was writing down what I was using. I had fire, flame, pillar, binding, blinder, and I used each one of those over 4 times each. It was ridiculous.
Oh, were you keeping track of your spell ball usage via notes?
Yep.
That is clever. I like that.
Yeah, I have to do it because otherwise I get far too stressed trying to figure out where I am and I'll make mistakes.
That's fair.
No,
that's fair.
No, that's perfectly acceptable. And obviously you're surprised that you won the third match so soon.
Yeah, that must have been unfortunate.
Loonycloud was duking it with some noises, and then he stepped on a bomb trap.
Oh no! Oh god!
Yes, but I still had them at similar. I usually use that, but I kind of blacked out and just kept going.
Yeah, and then with that bomb trap, he died on floor 2. So right when you hit the elevator for floor 3, you won.
Oh my goodness. Well,
a lot of people in chat are saying it's like what has already been game 3. It has. That's unfortunately what the tower can do to people.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're level 1 fighting noises, it takes about 5 of them to get a level, and if you fight 3 or 4 of them, you take a lot of damage, and a bomb trap is definitely enough to.
Yeah. No joke.
And the other thing as well is the way Loonycloud died on floor 14 on the second run. He lost Queenie before you, Fee, and when he got to floor 14, he had to avoid monsters. But by avoiding monsters, he came across more monsters, and eventually, I think there was 6 monsters around you when you're trapped in a room between both exits.
Ugh.
And then
that sounds rough.
One, and the Kraken still finally hit you. You're trying to use the Hell Seed to speed out the door, and it unfortunately just wasn't the case.
Honestly, the best thing that happened to me in the first round was me losing Queenie. Because I was just like, well, I all I can do is rely on avoiding things and going fast, which is actually what I'm best at. So in some ways, I probably would have gone slower if I had had Queenie, because I would have fought more.
Yep. And the thing is, you actually equipped a life rod.
I know. I knew the memes were active. I didn't find a steel sword, so I was upset. But I saw the life ones like, oh, I'm going to equip this and everyone's going to go crazy.
Yeah. We're discussing that.
I wanted to ask both of you guys, both of our runners here, was there any moments that, like, when you were running that, like, stood out to things that you were doing, that you were happy with your plays, or things that you wanted to see yourselves do better and that you wanted to learn better over time? Just kind of like you're like a personal critique of what you did that you were proud of or not proud of.
The things that I was proud of is that I'm a kind of a prudent player, so I'm always making use of the camera. I'm always being super careful when I enter rooms, and I was really good at that today. I didn't put myself in unnecessary harm. I was very upset with myself in the first round when I did lose Queenie, because I had a plan to get into that room and use the Holy Bell to get the Viper off my back, but I didn't get further enough in there. And so Queenie just died, and I was like, oh, you could have done so much better. And then I immediately popped a medicine herb in frustration and heal myself for 1 HP. So
I don't. You gained 1 HP. You didn't heal yourself for 1 HP.
That's
you
true.
Got from 71 to 72.
So yeah, those are the points that I was proud and not proud of.
And how about
Loonycloud?
Well, basically, it's just important to be in a good condition when you start a race, and I just wasn't there today. That's unfortunate, and I really made a lot of mistakes that I wouldn't have made else.
You also had some amazing plays too. You were doing amazing standby strats. You were taking out monsters. You were quite comfortable in game 1, just steamrolling through everything in front of you, though.
But many missteps too. Lost count of HP for monsters and CUNY all the time. That just adds up, and it's not really good.
Yeah, it happens. Like I still don't know the HP values for most of the things on floors 18 to 24. I just know that if I do enough AI1, I should win. So I should probably research that someday. But like, no one knows all the information. No one ever will know all the information of this game. because I swear the tower's still changing. And yes, that's right. You're in the losers bracket. You're not out of the tournament yet. Fee moves on. You are going to be versing Poulet.
Yes, but I think about quitting out. I feel like I'm burning out if I keep going. Like this race today was a bit too much already, and next week scheduling is going to be tight too with a lot of stuff coming up. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it up.
Well, we'll see how that goes. We'd love to always have you do matches, and likewise, we can always. There's enough players. We can probably stretch out the week per se if need be to accommodate things as well.
Yeah, I mean, like just make communications with us if you want to keep playing. Like we just need to lengthen out a little bit because we can be flexible.
Oh yeah.
I think it should also be noted, Looney, like you in general, your play was very strong, and as someone that grinds this game a lot, like I understand when you beat yourself up a lot about small decisions when you make a handful of poor choices, but in general, your play was solid, and you really
Yes, it really was.
in the great scheme of things, you don't really have anything to be to like beat yourself up too much over. Like you played great overall. Like we all make mistakes when we play Azure Dreams because it's like you're trying to spin 25 plates on all your hands on all your hands and arms at the same time, and like you're gonna drop something somewhere, and sometimes it feels bad because it really impacts a run. Sometimes you get lucky and something misses you, but I think you should be happy with your plays because I think you played really well today. These were some great games, and honestly, that's where I stand.
Yeah, same. I can't say it any better. It's terrific watching both you guys play. I know at least on Fia's side, she hasn't played in a while. Like, no matter what, doing a tournament match is stressful. Like, there's one thing casually playing it and just having fun. There's another thing having a tournament match and going, ah.
This was perfect for me to get back into it. I really enjoyed myself today, and it doesn't feel like I've been away for very long, which is great.
Well,
no,
excellent.
after floor 16, you definitely cleaned up your movement a lot on your first game.
Yeah, I was having trouble.
I hate to be the person to have to end this, but I think I think they're moving into their next bracket here in a moment of games on speed gaming.
Okay.
Where our time is just running out. Any last words from our runners?
Look forward to the next round. Keep watching.
Okay. Well, I'd like to give a shout out to you two. You should, if you aren't following these people on Twitch, you should follow them because they are great people. And also to my co-commentator Shawnee, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'll see you soon, Fee, as I go upstairs.
And thank you, Speed Gaming, for all the work you do for us. We really appreciate you hosting us, and obviously, thank you, chat, for hanging out with us and being hype. We'll have a lot more races coming up this week if this is what you're into. Once again, I'm going to plug that Discord one more time. And y'all should come join us and have a mad time.
Yes.
Until then, though, see you later, folks. Thanks for being here.
Bye, people.
Goodbye.